Okay, girl, I promised your mama I would send you some recipes for cakes that are super easy, and I would give you my biggest tips and tricks on how to make them great. So, pay attention. This thing right here is my secret weapon. It's a bundt cake pan. It doesn't matter what you put in it, what comes out of it is always fantastic. But the key with a bundt pan is you use a lot of Crisco to make it release. Now I've got a silicone pastry brush that I get down in there real good, and I just grease the hell out of that thing. Slather it all in the Crisco. Make sure that it's everywhere. And then they say grease and flour a pan. We're not going to do that. We're going to use this stuff. You take granulated sugar, and instead of flouring it, you take these little cups out, measuring cups, and you shake them out all over the pan everywhere that you've greased. And you move it all around. Make sure you get up in here, and it will show you where you haven't greased because the flour won't stick or the sugar won't stick. Okay? And so you go back, and if you've got any of those spaces, you grab some Crisco and you smack them on those spaces and you sugar it. Just sugar it like crazy again. And you just do that until the whole thing looks like a winter wonderland of sugar. Now, this recipe right here, you can tell from my very immature handwriting, I have been using since I was in college, which is, longer ago than I care to think. It's been 40 years now. But I will type this out, and it's not this one, it's that one up there. Now, the tricks, this is a pound cake, and the trick with a pound cake is to start with a cold oven. Okay, so after you take the batter that you've made off of this recipe, and you've floured or you've Criscoed and sugared this bundt cake pan right here, you drop it on the table a couple of times to get some of the air out, and then you put it in a cold oven, and then you set the oven to bake. And it'll take about an hour and a half until it's done. Cool it in the pan about 15-20 minutes. You can see the edges start to pull away from the pan and start to pull away from here. And that's when you turn it upside down. Some people turn it upside down on a plate. I don't like to do that. I turn it upside down on a round rack, and from there I can put it on a plate after it's cooled on the rack. But it should come right out. So I'm going to send you this recipe, and there's another recipe in here. Where is it? Anyway, I'm going to send it to you. It is Mama Clara's Nutty Fingers. And I don't know if you remember that or not, but that is a recipe I won first prize at the Florida State Fair with. But anyway, I'm going to send you that one. And to dress up the bundt cake, a little secret is just sprinkle powdered sugar over the top, but you really won't need it, because what happens when you use sugar instead of flour to grease the pan is it makes this magnificent crust, this sweet, crunchy bits, and it needs no decoration whatsoever, and no icing, no frosting whatsoever. It is perfect. Now, there are some other tips and tricks that go with a pound cake, but you make this and a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake, and I will give you a briefing on how to improve that stuff once you master those and the nitty fingers, get back to me. I love you.